everybody. So today we're going to have the next tasting of my Cascade Vienna SMaSH beer. What's SMaSH beer? Single malt, single hop. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. New craft beer or homebrew videos out every single day. So I pulled this out. I'm doing some other reviews today too. And I'm like, why did I make this? I do not believe I made a Pilsner version, a wheat version, or a two-row. Why did I start with this one? Maybe I did and I drank them already, but I'm like, why would I start with Vienna? Usually what I do, or what I did was, if a site is having a sale, 25% off if you spend this much or whatever, I'll buy 10-pound bags of malt. And then that's what I'll make a whole bunch of different beers, with them. And I did use 2 pounds, so it's almost like I used that Vienna on some other ones, which I know I did. And because I didn't have as many hops on hand, the last 2 pounds went to Cascade. But it's just weird because usually I would have done like a two-row, a Pilsner, a wheat, then this. So I don't know, but it's here. So this is a small gallon, 1.25 gallon batch going into the carboy. 2 pounds of Vienna malt. For the hops, 1 hour boil, 0.32 ounce or 39 ounces at 30 minutes. 0.39 ounces at 5 minutes. This is using US-05 yeast, and if I can flip this, 3 days into fermentation for the dry hop, 0.32 ounces. This one was bottled on 7/9/2019, 94%. So 5.94%. Reusable bottle, 25 ounce bottle. This was made in the 2 gallon Mr. Beer. I was putting that on there just to see if, because that 2 gallon Mr. Beer is plastic, and I do have 1.5 gallon glass Mr. Beer fermenters. So at the beginning, I was putting that on there because I make batches all the time, and I wanted to see if any like off flavors would come out of there. I think we're up to 70-80 batches now since 2019 made in them. So that's why I was writing them on there. Reusable bottle, reusable cap. I'm pretty sure. We'll see. Yep. Reusable cap. My guess is this is using big carbonation tablets. It's going to go over. Lots of crap coming up through there. Okay. So this, because I do bottle directly out of the fermenter, most of the time I try and keep the bottoms in there. Now this one, like I said, I think I used the big carbonation tablets, and I have went away from them just for the simple fact that it's hard to dial in. Usually one of those is used for 12 ounces, so if you have a 24 ounce bottle, which I really don't see, I see Bombers 22 ounces, then these that are 25, and that's why I'm kind of surprised, because I would have used 2, which should have meant this is kind of undercarbed, which obviously we know it's not. It brought everything up quickly, and now all the hot particles and everything are sitting on the top of this beer. But yeah, so just watch out what you use. It's up to you if you use carbonation tablets or make your own and pour it in there. It's just with all the beers I make, it's just easier for me to use the carbonation tablets, and I can test them. You guys can see what happens to each beer, and maybe if it has something to do with the malt or the hops or the ABV of the beer. I mean, this is under 6%, so there's probably a little bit more sugar, so maybe that led to an over carb of this beer because there was more sugar. I can't tell you. off-white, dirty colored head, not even a quarter finger of head. Lots and lots of trub floating in there. Hazy, I'm guessing that is from all the trub. So I can see the light box outline, and that's about it. Let's go ahead and smell. How old is this beer? Okay. Very honey, watery, sugary smell. Now that is probably because it is old. The longer you let IPAs sit, those hops, let's go with IPAs. The longer you let them sit, the hop should start to die down, and pretty much the malt would take over. And that's what you're really seeing in this beer. Even though it's a SMaSH beer, that malt is becoming sweeter and almost syrupy. I can say there's a little citrus floral, which I usually get from Cascade hops, but that malt sugary presence is very in your face. And then you get the hops. So for me, I'm not a big malty person, so this does kind of turn me off, but we have to drink it anyway. So let's go ahead and taste. Very malty, but that citrus floral really cuts through that malt towards the middle of the palate. So you get like not as sugary as what's in the smell, but big maltiness. And then, yeah, that floral citrus really does cut it. Bitterness is medium. It almost tastes like there's rind, like if you want to say lemon, probably more on the side of grapefruit bitterness in there, grapefruit rind. In the aftertaste more is where I pick that up. Not as much toasted bread as I was thinking the Vienna was going to have. I did do a Sriracha Ace with Vienna, and that Vienna was almost like a Crystal 20. What I was thinking would be a beer like a more roasted malt taste. This one, you don't get the roasted part. It is still malty, but less like that toasted bread. It's more grain. Like if you picked up some of the grain and ate it, that's kind of what it is. Versus some of the Crystal 40s that might be in a beer where you're picking up more of that toastiness in there. If that makes any sense. I think carbonation level is good. Even though it's like blown up in here, I think it's the right carbonation level. Now that could be because I think it's breaking up some of that malty graininess in there. That could just be me. But the bitterness is perceived higher than what I was thinking it would. It's almost like as your palate warms up from the aftertaste, it's building. Like my tongue, like the taste buds on my tongue are standing up. It tastes like an older double IPA. More malty, but it's still got that bitterness, maybe from the alpha or the beta acids in the hop coming up. But I do get a little bit more citrus in the aftertaste, like a bitter citrus after it goes down. Is this one I would make and drink at this age? No. I don't think it's worth it. I would rather drink it young and get, if anything, more floral. I could take floral over malt. And I think that's what I would prefer in this one. Excuse me. So yeah, if you're more of a malty fan and you're going to make this SMaSH beer, you might want to let one age 8-10 months, and just see what you think. But yeah, for me, I would rather drink this young. So if you like this review, check some more homebrew videos out over here. And until next time, happy brewing.